In 1998, I left the UK and set out for Amsterdam. Having visited several times, I was captivated by the laid-back lifestyle of the Dutch and the relaxed laws regarding certain substances. These experiences left me yearning for more than just my mundane job at a bank in Bristol. I was inspired by a friend's older brother who had managed to find work in Holland, to save up and then travel through Asia. With no clear direction for my future, I knew that immersing myself in new cultures and experiences might provide the answers I was seeking. So at 19, I took the leap and moved permanently from the UK to Holland. Now at 45, I have a deep love and strong affiliation with Holland and the Netherlands, having explored many other countries along the way. I've returned numerous times, but this time I'm taking on a new challenge, cycling around 400 kilometres, revisiting the places where I once lived and discovering new ones along the way. As I embark on this journey, I look forward to seeing how much has changed and reminiscing about the days from 1998 to 2002 when I first embraced the Dutch way of life.
So just about to take off to Kinderdijk. It's about 2 hours 40 minutes by bike. And today is definitely a day of sobriety. After last night, it was an amazing night actually. But yeah, I think today with the journey, so I've got to basically
turn right
I've got
onto
about
West Street,
3 hour journey ahead of me,
onto Circus Street.
and then about an hour back to Rotterdam. And then tomorrow is going to be a mammoth task where I've got like a 4 hour journey and then a 2 hour journey. So yeah, I'm going to get my head together today. Just met a lovely guy at reception from Hong Kong, telling me about all the problems out there. As a lot of people are aware, yeah, he was a top man. So we got to the receptionist at New City Hotel in Scheveningen. Lovely day. Let's crack on. I can always tell when I'm half cut because I start speaking Hindi in Holland. I've just been told to get off the road by one of the Dutch and go on the cycle path. With that, I did a head wobble and said ha. Okay, we have a problem. This happened at Hans's and he gave me some glue. It's come unstuck. So my shoe is broken. Luckily, I have some glue. But it's contact glue, so I need to stop for a while and let it set. But hopefully this won't hinder the journey too much. Let's see. So I just thought I'd show you my setup and what I've hired and riding. It's not your racing bike, it's a Dutch touring bike. So but it's okay because there's not many hills. You've got gears, but yeah, it's a bit harder to ride than my racing bike. So it's doing me well. And my friend Darren
Proceed to the route.
lent me his GoPro, which it's only got 3 hours battery, so I try and take as much as I can on the trip, but I also want to save it, especially today, because I think it's going to be quite a sight to see all the windmills at Kinderdijk, so I want to get some good footage. But yeah, so far so good, touch wood. It's done me well so far, this bike. In a lovely little town somewhere in the south of Holland.
Proceed to the route.
I was going to buy a pair of shoes, but I can't find anywhere. So fingers crossed that glue will hold the repair and I
Turn
won't be
left
walking
onto the
around
path,
looking
then
like a
turn
tramp. Just going to try and find some water. It's nice to just get off the bike and have a walk round. Got a bit of a numb bum. It's going to be worse tomorrow. I've got 4 hours to do in the morning. This is only 2.5 hours, only halfway through. Well, I've got about another hour and 10 minutes since I hit Kinderdijk. Stopped on the bridge. It's a bit weird because it feels a bit wobbly. A bit my legs at the moment. Just stopped to have a drink, but I'm also conscious that on this journey so far, it's quite hard to find somewhere to go to the toilet. So hopefully I'll just sweat it out. I've got about 35 minutes still, good sort of 4 or 5 miles till I get to Kinderdijk. Got to be the best tuna sandwich I've ever eaten. I'm going to get an ice cream as well. That was tough. It's going to be longer tomorrow, so I'll get the rock down. But tomorrow is probably twice as far in one go. 4 hours cycling. Today I did just under 3 hours. Tomorrow is 4 hours and then another 2, so 6-7 hours cycling tomorrow. So I've got to Kinderdijk and I thought I'd just do some walking. I've got a bit of a numb bum, but I've got cramp in my foot. I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself, so I bought myself some ice cream. Where on the stairs? Right there. Little mouse with clogs on. Will I declare? Going clippity clop on the stairs.
After travelling 3 hours in the scorching heat, I arrived at the Piece de Resistance, Nederwood Windmill. Yes, behold the mighty windmill, standing proudly as it has since the 18th century. The windmill that whispers, "You walked 3 hours for me. Well, I've been here for more than 300 years. What took you so long?" Now, as I wipe the sweat off my brow and consider whether windmills can indeed be air-conditioned, let's talk history. These Dutch windmills were not built as Instagram backdrops or fancy old-time photo props. No, these were the original multitaskers. While we now have apps that do 10 things at once, the Dutch had windmills that could drain swamps, grind grain, and probably babysit children if they tried hard enough. Maybe they could help with draining the swamp of the current baby eaters in Parliament, but let's not get off track here. You see, the Dutch were facing a serious problem. Their country was more water than land. We want land to build our cosy little homes, they said. But what do you do when your home plot is more suitable for fish than for furniture? Enter the windmill. Ingeniously, these windmills were designed to pump water from the low-lying polders, which are fancy words for places that shouldn't really be dry but are, making the land habitable. Yes, these windmills were essentially gigantic wooden spinning machines that told the sea, "Back off, we've got plans here." Imagine the work that went into maintaining these beauties. No Wi-Fi, no YouTube tutorials, just pure muscle and grit. Windmill operators, or as I like to call them, the windmill warriors, had to be on top of their game, or just in the sails, checking the gears and keeping everything running smoothly was no easy task. It was like trying to keep a giant creaky clock working in the middle of a windy field, only the clock also hates you and will flood your house if you don't treat it right. And let's not forget, this wasn't a job for the lazy. If you were a miller, you were the original multitasker, working day and night. You'd think after all that hard work, you'd get a nice peaceful night's sleep. Well, no. The windmill creaks, the rush of water, and the constant anxiety that you might wake up to find your living room converted into a wading pool would keep you up all night. But hey, that's the glamorous life of Dutch innovation. So as I stood here marvelling at this engineering marvel, it's good to remember that this windmill is more than just a pretty face with spinning arms. It's a symbol of human determination, Dutch brilliance, and a whole lot of hard work. As I leave this place, I pat myself on the back for surviving the journey. If the millers could tame the sea, I can certainly handle a little heat on a gorgeous summer's day.
That was super cool. Although my legs are wobbly going down those stairs, I've tripped up twice. But yeah, it's pretty incredible. Which one of the room veg match? Look at that. What a view. Amazing.
There are days that are grey, the world sounds quiet and without woe. But I have a plan.
Yeah, this is what I want to go back to. Maybe I'll purchase a windmill.
Let's be
This is incredible.
together all alone. Come with
Definitely
me,
the good life, isn't it?
I'll make you a sandwich.
When the winter comes,
Piece
no
of
heating.
heaven as fresh as the wind. Coffee in the cup, the scent in the air in this little invitation. Love's gentle and fair. Look, the sun shines through the window, a smile from you, and it could be like so. We laugh and chat, forgetting the time. With every bite, joy ignites inside. Come with me, I'll make you a sandwich, a piece of heaven, as fresh as the wind. Coffee in the cup, the scent in the air in this little invitation. Love's gentle and fair. A moment of calm, the world stands still. With you by my side, I want to move on. Every ingredient a promise, every sip a dream. In the simple meal our love grows and gleams. Come with me, I'll make you a sandwich, a piece of heaven as fresh as the wind. Coffee in the cup, the scent in the air in this little invitation. Love's gentle and fair.
Blockveer Windmill is the stylish older sibling who's seen it all and still manages to look fabulous while doing so. Built in 1630, this beauty is over 390 years old. That's right, Blockveer was here before the United States was even a twinkle in history's eye. And here I am, walking round it. Now, this windmill isn't just any windmill, it's a wipmolen, a fancy Dutch term for a hollow post windmill. Unlike its younger, more modern siblings, Blockveer was built when the Dutch were just starting to show off their water controlling prowess. Back in the day, this windmill pumped water out of the land and into the nearby river, which, in a nutshell, is like telling Mother Nature, thanks, but we'll take it from here. Picture this. It's the 17th century, and the Netherlands is more waterlogged than a sponge in a monsoon. The local miller, who probably had biceps the size of tree trunks from all that manual labour, cranks this windmill to life every day, using the wind power to move massive amounts of water. If you think adjusting your thermostat is hard work, try handling the gears and sails of this windmill without getting blown off into the canal. Not to mention the constant need for repairs. Wooden beams don't exactly scream low maintenance. The genius of this design lies in its simplicity. You see, while we today get frustrated if the Wi-Fi is slow, the 17th century Dutch just turned wind into electricity, water management, and basically life itself. The windmill even has a small living area inside, because apparently, live where you work was a thing long before the pandemic made it cool. Imagine cooking dinner while the whole building creaks and groans around you. Cozy, right? But let's not forget the real magic of Blockveer. It's still standing. After nearly 4 centuries, it's still here, proudly doing its windmill thing, while also silently judging you for sweating so much during your walk. It survived storms, floods, wars, and countless tourists armed with selfie sticks. So, as I admire Blockveer's thatched roof and towering presence, I also remember to appreciate the sheer determination and ingenuity that went into its creation. The Dutch didn't just build a windmill, they built a legacy,